This is my Project Agila VXR. I'm doing a rear tailgate change and rear bumper change on the Agila. So I'm removing the tailgate and the bumper and installing a Suzuki Splash. It's a 2014, I think it was a pre-facelift edition Suzuki Splash. There's a few differences on the tailgates. The handles obviously changed on the Vauxhall edition. You obviously have the emblem in there, and the handles embossed into the boot lid. Wiper is still sort of same, there's no difference there. Fixings on the back are the same. One 10mm, no, I think it's 13mm nut, which you get access to through the roof liner. The Suzuki Splash on the pre-facelift, they got air vents in the bumpers either side, which give it slightly more aggressive looking stance. The number plate for the Agila is placed in the actual bumper recess. Obviously on the Splash that isn't there, so the number plate will go into the recess in the tailgate, which means that you've got that plastic section which clips in there. So I'll change and do some modifications on that as we go through this journey of showing you what I've done. So I say it's quite straightforward to remove the tailgate. You've got a fixing either side. I'm fairly sure they're 13mm under there. If they're not 13s, they're 10s. You can just about get a socket in there. A little bit fiddly, but you can do that. Really, I'd remove these two fixings first, slacken them off, keep the boot struts on, which makes it a hell of a lot easier and supports the tailgate while you're removing it. And obviously you can unclip this little spring clip, which will take off the gas struts. Tailgate comes off, you can swap it straight over. The bumper, straightforward, there's no differences there. You've got 4 fixings, they're 10mm fixings. On there, that just comes straight off and swaps straight over. There's no difference there. You've got the number plate lights. They're obviously on the Agila, they're part of the rear bumper, so the wiring's slightly different. So that wiring, you have to dig through the interior in the boot and thread the wiring for the number plate bulbs back into the car. I've just taped that just to test it. I say obviously I'll redo that and make that all good, but I was just in the testing phase of doing that. Obviously this goes down. If I can shut this one-handed, that shuts because your number plate lights are there on the Splash version, which will sit underneath this handle, and you'd call it plastic trim. This Suzuki emblem is embossed into that, so that will be being fillered, sanded off, made flush, so I can put the Opel badge on that. I'll just get rid of this tailgate of this Agila and then I'll carry on. So going back to the tailgate on the Splash, the biggest thing and difference that I had with the Agila tailgate is that it was all electric button entry, no key was required, and no manual lock, I suppose you'd say, on that. So all I've done is transferred that electric locking mechanism straight over. Again, there's no difference, just bolt straight in. What I've had to do with that is remove the wiring loom. So I've had to push all that and pull that through, and then unwrap all the wiring loom to leave me the wires for the locking mechanism. and then I've had to use the wiring loom out of the Suzuki splash version, thread that back through along with these 2 wires. 2 wires, 3 wires, I think there's there. Might even be 4 wires for that locking mechanism. It's quite straightforward, a little bit fiddly, but it took about 10-15 minutes to do that. Not a massive thing, so a little bit fiddly. So I just rewired that through. So that's my locking mechanism done. This wire here is for the number plate lights. So like I said previously, the tailgate lights, number plate lights on the Agila are in the bumper, so you have to bring the wiring back through, and you've got the existing wiring from the Agila. So you have a orange and yellow wire and a black and silver wire from the Agila. Okay, so on the Suzuki Splashes wiring, you have a black and a silver and then a solid black. So my logic was to put the black and the silver and the black and the silver together, and then the solid black and the orange and yellow together. That basically blew the fuse and didn't work. So that is what you need to do. You need solid black from the Suzuki Splash on the black and silver Agila wiring, and then the black and silver on the Suzuki Splash onto the orange and yellow wire of the Agila, and no blown fuse, and the tailgate number plate lights work. So that's in place there. So I've just got to re-thread that through the head lining, back through, extend the wires all through the interior into the head lining. That will get that back up and running. This is the wire for the brake light, no difference there. That's that done. So I've just masked this off, because obviously I want to pull it back to being black. So this is masked off, ready for sanding and painting. Biggest thing is what I do with this switch now, because I say this is off the Agila. I've got no manual locking mechanism, so this would have fitted under the handle on the Agila. So with this, I've got to fix that somehow. So the thought is, I've got that's a 10 centimetre by 4.5 centimetre plate. I'm literally going to attach that. I'll probably do that from the front. Attach that pop rivet, I'll bolt that through, drill a separate hole, and it gives me some fixing holes for this electronic push button to sit. I can re-thread that, seal that, and I've got something firm for that switch to sit on. That will then sit over the top like that, and then that push button to open the tailgate will be there. This Suzuki badge gets pulled off, but obviously you've still got a recess for where the badge used to sit, so that will be filled, sanded down to enable me to put an opal badge on the back of there. Not 100% sure whether or not I'll paint this black or get this wrapped carbon fibre or do something slightly different with it, but it's quite straightforward really. So I think the rear of the Suzuki Splash is a little bit more aggressive looking than the Agila. There's a bit lame Vauxhall with it, so you've got the air vents in the rear bumper on the Splash. So it just looks a little bit more aggressive. Once the tailgate's sorted, so I got a roof spoiler to go on the back of there, but that'll probably be on a different video. So I've just put those wires through the grommet piece. As I ended up drilling a bigger hole, because initially I thought I was going to have to push that through, get that through a larger hole. I didn't want to cut this connection block and then use different connectors. I wanted to still use the original connection piece. So that's why I ended up drilling a smaller hole, a bigger hole, sorry. You could do a smaller hole if you just wanted to put different connectors on there and make it easier. But I say I've started off doing it that way, and then so there's probably a couple of different ways of doing that. I say, is it pretty? I don't know. It's hopefully it's purposeful. Probably need to pack some sort of packing piece behind this switch, and then I say I've got some metal behind that, so I can drill some new holes, and that should be secure and tight in there really. So the next stage is to sort out how you're going to get this electronic switch in. So bit old school really. I've got a bit of plate there, say that's 10 centimeters by 4.5 centimeters as a rectangle. Pop riveted that over the front of the existing hole, and fixing holes for the original lock-in manual handle. So that's pop riveted. I've sealed, but put a bit of sealant behind that backing plate as well. I then realised that you can remove the connections out of the green connection piece, because basically I've drilled the hole too big. So if I'd have worked out that the wires come out of the green connector, I could have done a smaller little pilot hole and threaded those wires through, but I did it the wrong way round. So I've drilled a bigger hole than was needed. So I put a grommet in there. I'll make a tiny little slash in there and thread those wires through. I'll seal that from the inside as well. So that's the switch in place. So I drilled a couple of holes, put these retaining screws through, or bolts through. I've done a little packing piece at the back of that with a little bit of sealant on that. That's tight. Button works. Looks relatively straight on there, I think. Slid those connections back into the green connection block, and then I say that's, I don't know if you can see that really, it's got those bolt screws come through, nut and a washer. I'll put a little bit of sealant around this grommet where I've threaded those cables through. Probably do a little bit somewhere here as well as the cables go through. But I say, I don't know, it's purposeful. Is it perfect? Possibly not. I'm not 100% sure what else I could have done with that. I'll just put that plastic Suzuki handle section back on. We'll see what it looks like with that on. So that's the handle back in place. Plastic trim, as I say, it's not screwed in, it's just there to show the purpose of it. Obviously this becomes your grab handle, and then you can operate the switch to open the boot lid and pull up like that. That's my guide on how to change the tail gate on a Vauxhall Agila to a Suzuki Splash. So I'm no expert, but I've given it a go. I think that will answer my query about how I do the handle, and this tailgate is ready for spraying. Please don't slate me. If you've got any comments or questions, I'll try and answer and try and help people out. But say, I'm just a DIY mechanic, home mechanic, that just enjoys tinkering on cars and trying to modify them. Thanks for watching.